Alrighty, everybody, welcome to the stream on Twitch and into the video on YouTube. So I'm just gonna explain what's happening. So I figured since XHL shut down, make my own league with 31 brand new teams, and so that's what you're seeing right now. And so they're just gonna do a fantasy draft, and we're just gonna go through, and I split the divisions up as the NHL would do it. The only thing I did was I think I put Nashville and Pittsburgh in the Atlantic Division where they were closer to. Like I looked on the map, and so how I did the fantasy draft was I based, if you had the highest population, which is New York, they'd pick last, but it's a snake draft, so then they'll get 31st this round, but they'll get first overall. So and so if you lowest population picks first, and so I based British Columbia out of Kelowna, and then Oklahoma out of Oklahoma City. So it's a province, and then but I based it out of a certain. So I'm gonna get this fantasy draft underway and see what works and see what's gonna happen here. So we're gonna start the draft. Okay, so it seems it's actually working. Okay, let's see here. So McDavid got picked first, then Draisaitl. So yeah, British Columbia was gonna. I knew they have McDavid right off the bat. I'm actually kind of surprised. Pedersen went third. Wow. And then Pasternak, Kucherov, Hedman, McKinnon, medium franchise, John Carlson, Drew Doughty, Jack Eichel, Austin Matthews, Sidney Crosby. He went 12th. Wow. And then Mitch Marner went 13th, Sebastian Aho, Braden Point, Mikko Rantanen, Brad Marchand, Rasmus Dahlin, Patrick Kane, Barkov, Laine, Scheifele. And so I know I'm controlling Edmonton because I live in Edmonton, so I'm going to control them. But I'm not going to do anything. I'm letting the CPU do everything, so oh, I didn't mean to. Okay, well, I'm entire draft. Because that's what I'm just going to send the remainder of the draft. And so, okay, it looks like we picked Morgan Riley. So just to make it more realistic, so the salary is here. The rules: salary cap's on. I'm not controlling the teams. I'm just seeing how this plays out. So, and there's some. So I have to accept all trades that I get, like from me, like the Edmonton Knights. I have to accept every single trade. I can't control the trade block. For all the NHL entry drafts, like each year, I can't control those. I have to sim all those. And basically, I'm just going to be simming everything. So what we're going to be doing this episode, we're just going to be looking at each team and seeing how good they are and how it's going to play out. So it looks like we got Jack Hughes, I think, and then we got Ekman Larson, Ehlers, Dadonov, Granlund, Perron, Kemper, Fowler, Tanev, Malgin, and then I think we got Malcolm Subban. So let's just look by round. We'll go into round one here. Okay. So the first round. Yeah, that seems. Yeah, I mean that's what I expected. The top end players, obviously, and they're supposed to go first. So let's just let's see. Round two. Who went? Yeah, Hischier. Okay, so we got Jack Hughes. So this is where most of like the younger players went. But this is like where most like the players that are actually gonna grow went. And so you see Quinn Hughes, number 15th for the Bulldogs. Jack Hughes and Quinn Hughes were actually that far apart. And let's just go to round 3 now. Bergeron actually went 62nd overall. Wow. Or round 3, pick 2, whatever. I can't do math. Ekman Larson, Zadina, Brandstrom, Ben, and Sam Reinhart. Kind of surprised that late. Reinhart can grow. And then Jonathan Taves starting off round 4. So Jonathan Taves is heading over to New York. Carey Price finally gets picked. Round 4, pick 7. The Montreal Nordiques. And then Carter Hart, number 22nd, gets picked by the Atlanta Blizzard. And so let's just look at round 5 here. Nugent Hopkins, that's a Edmonton Oiler. Ellis, Robin Lehner, that's a Kirby Dach. He went 8. Atlanta Blizzard, they're gonna be stacked. They got Kirby Dach, and then who was last round? Carter Hart, yeah. Then Dobson, Marchessault, yeah. So I won't go through all the rounds. I'm just gonna go through probably the first 10, and then you guys can pause the video if you want and see who was picked in what round. And I'll go over the team names and everything. You guys are probably a bit confused, but I'll go over the names and everything. So, okay, yeah. So we're gonna advance here. So this is just an experiment. So if you're looking for NHL 20 gameplay, this isn't the series for you. But like, it's fun. And I want to give GG9 on YouTube a shout out, because he did this. He gave me this idea. He does like an XBA series. He does this exact same thing, except it's for the NBA. And yeah, so he inspired me to do this. So I just want to give a shout out to him, because he gave me this idea. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do, we're just gonna go through here, because we're gonna sim actually no, we won't sim the full preseason. So we're just gonna go through all the teams now. Alright, so let's just start with. Wait, do we have? Okay. Alrighty, so starting off, we have the Atlanta Blizzard, right? Okay, so they got Sergachev. Does it say? Okay, so it says Sergachev, Eichel. Okay, so they got a pretty good team. Athanasiou, Farland, Doc, Joseph. So they got some good players. They're a team to watch out for, because they got Eichel first of all, and then I are seeing. Oh, did they not have? I swear they drafted wow, what's his name? Carter Hart. Okay, you know what? We're gonna wait until we're just gonna sim to regular season. We're gonna sim the first 3 games, because then we'll actually see who's playing what team. So and I said I have to trade, so accept trade. Okay. So there's the first trade that we've made on the Edmonton Knights. Okay. Knights. Okay, so there's waivers too. I don't want to assign scout. Okay, let's see how we do. Okay, so we lost 6-2. That's a 3-1 win, and then 4-0 loss. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so we'll go through the teams now. So okay, we'll start off with the Atlanta Blizzard again. Okay, so yeah, see, we didn't see these players. So they have Evander Kane, Athanasiou, Josh Levo, Jack Eichel, Kyle Connor, Yalmerson, Troy Stetcher, Danny DeKaiser, Ferland, and then they got Lowry, and they Kirby Dach, high top 6 forward. He's only 18, so, and Santini, and then Sergachev, Tyler Benson, Edmonton native, and so let's look at their goalies. Yeah, there's Carter Hart. So they got Carter Hart playing. He's 84 and he's a medium elite, so they definitely got to steal with him, because he can grow. Oh, I exited out. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, and so let's see here. So the Baltimore Blazers. They got Eric Carlson, Matt Zuccarello, Sebastian Aho, Nazem Kadri, Anthony Mantha, Keith Yandel, Puljujärvi, also an Edmonton Oiler, Suo Mela, Goligoski, Harlock, Krejci, Bozak, Aberg. Okay, so they got a pretty good team too. They got a really good team. They have the best goalie probably in the league, other than Carey Price. But yeah. So they got Vasilevsky. So I say the Baltimore Blazers probably have a very good. I can't keep on exiting out. They have a very good chance of making it to the Stanley Cup final. I'd say that would be my guess, is that the Blazers make it there. And so now the Boston Bulldogs. They got Filppula, Marchand going back to Boston, Richard Panik, Ryan Strome, Marchessault, Matheson, Garland, Wenberg, Chason, Casey Middlestat. He's a rookie. He's medium elite, yeah. Jay Bouwmeester, Quinn Hughes. So they picked up Quinn Hughes, Andrew Kopp, Vince Dunn, Chris Tierney, and so okay, wait, okay. So in that case, so they got Tuukka Rask. So they're gonna have a solid goaltender back there. So and then whoa, okay, so BC picked first, so they got McDavid, but they have Lundqvist and they have Rene, both they're 37 and 36 age. So that's gonna be something they're gonna have to watch out for, because of the age on that. So they got Duran, Toffoli, Ryan Ellis, like I said, Connor McDavid, Justin Williams, Paul Mary, Kachuk, Hyman, Dubois, Niskanen, Simon, and Goldobin. And so they have a pretty good team as well. And so if we look at the Charlotte Outlaws, Rasmussen, Nylander, Travis Zajac, Adam Henrique, Artemi Panarin. So they got Panarin there. They got a steal. Alex Galchenyuk, Andrew Peak, who is low top 40. So they got Patrick Laine. So that was a steal. So they got Laine, Panarin, and Nylander. Wow. They got Perlini too, Virtanen, Fortin. Okay. Let's look at their goalies. Martin Jones in 84 overall. That's decent. I'd say that's very decent actually. Probably not gonna make the playoffs though with that team, the Outlaws. I'm gonna guess they won't make playoffs. Anders Lee, Backstrom, Bratt, Hedman. They got Hedman. Max Jones, my bad. Travis Hamonic, Lars Eller, Pionk, Gauthier, Bracco. They got Timo Meyer, so that's pretty good. And then they got Nikas too. He can grow. That's a medium elite. For this team, I guess I'd say they probably make the playoffs, but I don't think they go farther than the first round. And then they got so they got Forsberg and they got Leonard. So I mean they got Leonard, so that's pretty good. But so let's look at the Cleveland Pharaohs. Okay, so they got Max Domi, Josh Anderson, Justin Braun. They got Kaapo Kakko. So medium elite there. Tanner Pearson, Oliver Yorkstand, Charlie Coyle, Justin Falk, Alex Iafallo, John Carlson. They got John Carlson. Jeez. Okay. I think he was like a 11th overall in the fantasy draft, I think. Let's look at their goalies. Varlamov. Okay, so he hasn't won a game all year, so we lost all three. Okay, 85 overall. They need to get a better goalie than that. And so for our Edmonton Knights, Mikael Granlund. Obviously, I'm not playing with them. Like I'm not cheering for them either. But like Evgeny Dadonov, John Merrill, Troy Terry, David Perron, Adam Gaudette, Ekman Larson, Dennis Malgin, Cam Fowler, Dominic Cahoon, Adam Ernie, Jack Hughes. Yeah, we got Jack Hughes too. So Scott Mayfield, Nick Bonino, Carson Toroninsky, Morgan Riley again. Yeah, he went 23rd. Okay, let's look at our goalies. Darcy Kemper. That is not very good. 84. Yeah, no, that's yeah. Okay, now to the Houston Royals. They got Jacob Trouba, Roman Josi, Jordan Eberle, Sean Couturier, Chris Kreider, Blake Wheeler, Dzingel, Bergman, Chris Letang, Nick Patan, Eric Holla, Jared Spurgeon, Pavelski, he's getting old. Yeah, he's 35. Duclair, Coburn, Hudon, Stone. Why the fuck does he look like that? Michael Stone, Nicholas Waugh, I think. So this team definitely has some depth. Okay, so they probably have. That's yeah. Okay, so these guys, Houston's my best bet at winning the Stanley Cup. Not necessarily because it's their goalie, just because they got depth and they got a good goalie back there too. So my best bet is that Houston takes home the cup. I think I'm gonna go for them. So they got Pasternak. These are the Jersey City Dragons, based out of Jersey City in New Jersey. They got Pasternak, Gallagher, Hannafin, Rasmus Anderson, Kyle Pozo, Drake Adula, Vesalainen, Jesper Fast, Matt Benning, Evan Rodriguez, Alex Kerfoot, S.L. Lindell, Cody Glass, Giroux. They got some depth there. They got Morgan Frost, Ben Hutton, and then we got Boychuk. So, goalie. Who do they got? Okay, so they got Peter Mrazek, so that is definitely not going to help them out. So now into the Kansas City Hawks. We got Teuvo Teravainen, Taylor Hall, Austin Matthews. So you got these two on your team, an 89 and a 90. So okay, so they're gonna. These guys are gonna be a fan favorite, I bet. Tyler Johnson, Matthias Ekholm, John Gabriel Pajot, Kempe, Hickey, Dumoulin, Lehkonen, Frederick, Klingberg. They got John Klingberg, so Senishin, Lind, Bellows, and then Ob Kubo. And then they got Hellebuck, so they got an 88, and he's still not done. Oh, he has one more year left. But so Kansas City is pretty good too. I'd say they have a pretty good chance of winning the cup. My bet is still on Houston. Mitch Marner, Matthew Tkachuk, Thomas Tatar. This is for the Milwaukee Aces. Jake Gardner, Zibanejad, Eriksson Ek, Sanheim, Sekura, Zaitsev, York, Dylan Strome, Sonny Milano, Bowden, Owen Tippett, Roslovic, Petrie, Dalcol, and Zabor. Let's see who their goalie is. They got Matt Murray, and he's not done growing. He's 2 years left. And then they got Mike Condon too. So now moving on to the Minneapolis Vipers. So we got Lundstrom, Victor Arvidsson, Bryn Shen, Drew Doughty. So they picked up Doughty. Kylington, Jankowski, Derek Stepan, Mike Hoffman, Philip Denault, Nichushkin, Gettinger, Theodore, Mark Stone, Nodivara, Provorov, Kupara, Krebs, Carlson. Okay, so they got a very good team, actually. Yeah, they have a very good team. Their goalie included. Wow, they're set. These guys are set. So now moving on to Montreal Nordiques. They got Corey Perry, Mark Giordano, Ryan O'Reilly. Okay, so they got three very, very good veterans. Palat, Vatanen, Matthew Joseph, Atkinson, Huberdeau, DeBrusque, Sean Curley, Brendan Dillon, Ukestad, Hamilton, Mikheyev, McCann, Matthew Shane, Anders, how do you say? I don't know. I can't see it because my stream is up. Jones, okay, that'll be it for the forwards. They got, okay, so these guys picked up Carey Price in Montreal. So Carey Price going back to Montreal to play for the Montreal Nordiques. So now we are moving on to the Nashville Devils. So they picked up Bo Horvat, Gustav Nyquist, Tarasenko, Vetrano, Colin Wilson, Robert Thomas, Nick Leddy, Suzuki, Zach Cassian, Cody Ceci, McGinn, Ryan Hartman, Rasmus Dahlin. They picked up Dahlin. Okay, that's Boquist, Sam Bennett, Ethan Bear, don't know how to say his name, Cody Eakin. Okay. So in net, they got Corey Crawford and they got Jimmy Howard. So they got some pretty old guys in net. But they got a solid starter and a pretty decent backup. So, I mean, their forwards, or their team, their skaters could probably get it done. Okay, and so here is the New York Liberty. So here's Jonathan Taves, Nemestikov, Nico Heischer, Sam Reinhart, Mike Green, Daniel Sprong, Mark Pissick, Tyler Bertuzzi, Brian Rust, Ryan Murray, Berchi, Smith, Farabee, Heiskanen. So they picked up Heiskanen. So these guys have a very, very good team with Marlowe as well. Let's see how their goalie is. Jake Allen. Okay, well, their goalie kind of just ruined the entire thing. These guys are not making playoffs unless they make a trade and get a better goalie. Moving on to Oklahoma Rams. Josh Bailey puts up 6 points in his first 4 games. Wow. He's 85, yeah. Okay, so Braden Point, and they got Johnny Tavares. Nice. So these guys got a few steals at the fantasy draft. And so then they got Ilya Kovalchuk, Dmitry Orlov, Thomas Vanek, Brent Burns, Niederreiter. If I'd say these guys will probably make it to the Cup final. These guys have a pretty good chance. Others, Taves, Zucker, Mangiapane, Bailey, Walmart, and then they got Justin Schultz. And in that, yeah, okay, so these guys are ready to go. So these guys are basically set. Like, I couldn't explain it any better. They're set. Okay, so the Orlando Leopards ended up picking Kucherov up, and then they got Getzlav along with Skinner, Marcus Johansson, Patrick Maroon, Brodin, Ekblad, Kara, Yanni Gord, Hampus Lindholm, Ollie Mata, Derek Brassard, Wolanin, Nolan Patrick, Dano, Frolik, Chara, Norris. Okay, and so they got Bishop and Jari, so he has 3 years to grow. So Orlando's set for attendees. And so now moving on to the Philadelphia Demons. Nick Schmaltz, Casey Zizekas, Dustin Brown, Kevin Fiala, Svechnikov, Sagan, Sam Steele, Marcus Pedersen, Alex Formanton, Nikita Gusev, Nikita Zadorov, Matthias Janmark, Thomas Hurdle, Dante Fabro, Eric Brandstrom, Gersich, Colin Miller, Sekra. Okay, so and who do they got in net? So they got Aaron Dell. So these guys are probably gonna shit the bed because of their goalie. So here's the Pittsburgh Sea Dogs. They got Eric Stahl. They got Ovechkin. So they got 2 very good scorers. And then they got McKinnon too. So these guys are definitely set for this year. I don't know about the coming years because these guys are gonna retire soon. But McKinnon still has 3 years to grow. And then we got Ryan Johansson, Goudreau, Shore, Keith, Krug, Strawman, McCaution, Joey Anderson, Brendan Leipzig, Schwartz, Sherratt, Bufflin, Lamico, Lizotte, and then Connor Brown, who they got in net. They got Mikko Koskinen, so that's the Oilers goalie, and they got Ranta. So they got decent goaltending from both of them. So here's the Quebec City Legends. Sidney Crosby going over to Quebec, along with Philip Forsberg, Pavel Zacha, Kotkaniemi, Connor Sheary, Jake Muzzin, Josh Manson, Noel. I think it's the C is silent. I think it's like Heidel or Hiddle. Connolly, Couture, Wierenski, Fisher, Jensen, Greenway, Leshishin, Derek Forberg, Zach Bogosian. So that's who they have for their forefront. And then we got Thomas Grace as their goalie, 84 overall. Okay, so moving on to the Regina Huskies. JT Miller, Radim Faska, Tony DeAngelo, Jeff Carter. They got Elias Pettersson as well. So these guys, yeah, he went 3rd overall in the fantasy draft. You got Brock Nelson, Ryan McDonough, Gustafson, Clayton Keller, Ryan Nugent Hopkins, Radulov, Yarncroc, Nemeth, Scandella, Kubalik, Larson, Steen, Inestroza. And for tendies, they got Bernier and Hudobin. So these guys looking pretty good on the on the forwards and the D, but goaltending needs to be better there. And here are the Salt Lake City Stars. They got Dvorak, Beauvillier, Patrice Bergeron, Blake Coleman, Jamie Alexiak, Brock Besser, Alex Kaloran, Damon Severson, and so these guys. Oh yeah, these guys picked up Draisaitl because they were second. So they got Comtois, Elias Limholm, Buchnevich, Armia, Roy, Timothy Liljegren, Hayden Fleury, Mahura, Mattia Highmore. I'm interested to see who they have in net. Okay, so they got Demko. So for now, he's not going to be too good. So my guess is they don't make playoffs this year, but they will definitely make playoffs in the future because of their goalie. So now we got the San Antonio Tigers, Petrangelo, Stamkos, Tyson Jost, Kasperi Kapanen, William Nylander, Alec Martinez, Josh Morrissey, Ryan Poling, Timashov, Bunaman, Bly, Tuck, Svechnikov, Pareko, Schmidt, and then Costin. So who do they have in net? Okay, so these guys got picked up Braden Holtby. So they have a pretty good team, I'd say. The Tigers, and so they got Stammer, Petrangelo, Jost, Kapanen, and Nylander to start their team off. And so next up we have the San Francisco Grizzlies. So they picked up Scheifele and Landeskog and Pacioretty. And Appleton, Tufte, Slavin, Kevin Hayes. They picked up Barzell as well. Wow. These guys are pretty much set. Unless their goalies are something else. But let's just... okay, so nobody else really. Okay, so they got Pickard and they got Quick. So Quick will be pretty good, but he's 33, so they'll have to improve on that. So now the San Jose Finns, they got DeBrincat, Larkin, Trocheck, Konechny, Casa, Dumba, Suter. So they got the two Minnesota natives. Yamamoto, Van Riemsdyk, Greer, Texier, or I don't know how to say his name. And then a few other guys down there. And then they got Philip Grubauer, 84 overall. He's 27. So, I mean, San Jose, decent goaltending. And moving on to the Seattle Moose, they got Oshie, and they got Patrick Kane as well. Raquel, Ristolainen, Foligno, Vlasic. They got Trevor Van Riemsdyk, McCabe, Backlund, Brian Little, Silverberg, Thomas Chabot, Paul Stastny, and then a bunch of other players. And these guys got John Gibson, so 90 overall, and he has 1 year left to grow. So the Moose, I wouldn't be surprised if they won the Cup either. They got some really good depth, and they got a solid goalie too. Now the Toronto Gunners, they got Zadina, Wallstrom, Myers, Verona, Craig Smith, Kevin Miller, Donato, Turris, Goudreau, Soderberg, Makar, Andrew Shaw, Borgstrom, Wayne Simmons, Murphy. Okay, who do they have in net? They got James Reiner and Ilya Samsonov, so he is gonna grow though. So they're set for their goalies in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if they did make the playoffs. Now the Vancouver Lamplighters, Dobson, Boyle, Rantanen, Thompson, Rupins, Tom Wilson, Colton Sissons, Anderson, Gooley. They got William Karlsson, Evgeny Malkin. They picked up Malkin and Seth Jones. So Vancouver looking like a very good team. They got Burakovsky too. And they got Devin Dubnyk in net, so they're looking like a very solid team. These guys are definitely a cup contender. And so we got the Washington Vikings, Jamie Benn, Shea Weber, Voracek, Monahan. Okay, so these, and Stahl. So those four alone are key to this team. And they got Koivu, so they got a lot of depth and veterans on their team. You see TJ Brody and Parise. Holy, the amount of veterans these guys have. And they got Markstrom and Mike Smith, who's a veteran goalie. So 83 overall and 86 overall. So they're looking pretty good, Washington. Winnipeg Wizards. So they picked up Barkov, Joe Thornton, Brandon Saad, Tyson Berry, Anisimov, Kuznetsov, Eric Johnson, Foegele, Colin White, Phil Kessel, Donskoy, Hornqvist, Barrett Hayden. He's a medium top six. Okay. They picked up PK Subban, Mal Calvert, Pulak, Ruda. Okay, let's see who they have in net. They picked up David Riddick. Okay, so overall, it seems as though the players are spread out. I still have my guess on the Houston Royals. That's who I'm gonna be cheering for. We're gonna see how the Houston Royals do. Where are they? Currently 5th in the Central Division. So yeah. Let me know down in the comments who you guys are gonna be cheering for and what colors you like the most, and if you're surprised about anything in the fantasy draft. But yeah, if you enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe, because I'll be uploading this a lot. The next video will be the first season sim. Oh, okay, so here's what I'm gonna be doing. So I'll explain the format. So I'm gonna be doing this 25-year league, and so whichever team can win the most Stanley Cups in that 25-year period will win the XHL for NHL 20. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing. So next video will be the year 1 sim. That'll have all the trades, and then the video after that will probably be the draft and the off season. So the off season videos will be shorter than the year long one. But if you guys enjoyed, please like the video and comment your favorite part and who you think who you're cheering for the year, or for to win the XHL over like the next 25 years. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.